Hi, my name is Gabby Coletta. Thank you for joining me out here in the beautiful Indian Creek, Utah desert. As you might notice, far behind me is a storm brewing. And it inspired the intention for today's practice, which is how do we cultivate our centering? How do we become the eye of the storm when life seems to erupt in chaos? When uncertainty throws us a bunch of curveballs? How can we lean into the discomfort? How can we cultivate greater tolerance so that it's not so much about trying to control our circumstances, control our environment so that we don't have to be in the discomfort of change, of uncertainty, but rather we elevate our ability to stay in it. We become more resilient, more tolerant, and in doing so, you might notice that you use less energy because ultimately we can't really control everything around us, and it takes a lot of prana to try. But what we do have control over is the locus of our attention within. How are we choosing to show up, engage, and be in any given circumstance? So please join me lying on your back. Few options to begin. We can take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, butterfly the knees out, one hand on heart, one hand on belly. If this feels intense in the hip creases, place some blocks or pillows underneath each knee, or you can just simply bend the knees, soles of the feet to the earth, knees towards the sky. Any low back pain, then you might knock the knees inward. But take a moment to bring your back body to the ground. Let your bones settle. Let yourself arrive. Let your body sink into gravity. And notice that earth is holding you. Notice the stability, the support, the foundation that you always have access to, even when the world throws mystery in our way. Notice what comes up with the thought, the word mystery. Rather than uncertainty, can you invite a sense of curiosity to the not knowing? And in not knowing what's going to come in our practice, might be a pathway to greater presence. So wherever you are, take a deep breath in, feeling the presence of your breath fill your body. And a deep breath out. A couple more big breaths like this. Inhale full. Exhale, finding greater ease, letting any areas of tension, tightness, and holding soften. Once again, big breath in. And exhale, release. If there's an intention you want to set as an anchor for your practice, it can also be a source of that centering amidst the movement of body. Feel free to set your intention now. Take another big breath, sending life force prana into your intention, filling your heart. And a big exhale, letting this intention seed and settle. Any point in practice, if your mind wanders, moves into story, anticipates the future, or gets stuck on the past, you have this powerful source of presence through your intention. If your knees are butterflied out, go ahead and close the knees together like you're closing a book. Soles of the feet to the earth, knees to the sky. Take your right leg high, flex the foot, do a few ankle circles here, and a few circles the other way. Keep flexing your right toes towards you, cross your right ankle above the left knee, and then interlace your hands behind the left thigh. Flex both feet, active toes. Melt your back body to the earth, lengthen your tailbone down, and try to just move your right knee forward slightly, opening up into the hips. Often when life is full of surprise, if we start to find anxiety or stress, we can move into hip openers to help ground that anxiety. One more breath here. Keep figure 4 in the legs. Let the left sole of the foot come to the earth. Take your arms out to a T, palms face up. Scoot your hips an inch to the right and let both legs fall to the left. Little side body twist, elongating the right side. Gaze can stay at the sky or turn towards the right fingers. Take one more breath. Come back to center. Send your right leg high and lower it down. Opposite leg, left leg rises, flexing the toes. Imagine stepping on the clouds. And then a few circles here. Ankles providing us with such great support and stability as we walk through life. So just loving up the ankle a little bit, either direction. And then flex the left toes towards you. Place the left ankle just above the right knee. And then interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Flex both feet, melt the back body to the earth, the shoulder blades, and then lengthen your tailbone down. See if you can start to tune into subtle sensation. Slightly press your left knee forward. Notice how that feels in your body. Relax the jaw, the tongue. Let the space between the brows melt in widening fashion. Relaxing any expressions of stress, of holding in the face. One more breath. Release the right sole of the foot down, arms out to a T. Offset your hips an inch to the left, drop the legs over to the right. Side body stretch here. Gentle twist. Take one more big breath, filling up left lung. Big exhale. Come back to center. Send your left leg high in the sky, and then lower the leg down. Draw both knees into the chest. Start to rock and roll forward and back, along the length of the spine, massaging the entire spine. And make your way all the way to table. As you arrive to table, shoulders stacked over wrists, really spread the hands, hips over knees. On your next inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the chin, the gaze. Exhale, press the earth away and round, head heavy. A few times here, inhale, heart forward. Exhale to round. And start to invite Ujjayi breath, gentle constriction in the back of the throat. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Almost sounds like the ocean or the waves, or if you hold a seashell up to your ear. And just let this breath be another point of presence. Come back to your table. On your next inhale, send the right leg long and back, flex the foot. Hold it here as you exhale, drawing the low ribs in, letting the crown of the head reach forward. Inhale, leg sweeps out, open. And then exhale to sweep it back, tuck the toes behind your left knee, left foot, look over left shoulder. Twice more, take it out. And sweep it back. Once more, out, even weight in both hands, and sweep it back. Take the leg out to the side, plant the foot down, and then drop your outer right hip. Foot is in line with the knee. Walk your hands long in front of you. Inhale here and exhale, melt your heart towards the earth for a modification of Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Spin the biceps towards the ears and up to the sky as your heart melts down. And then really seal the sole of your right foot to the earth. Option to stay here or take your right forearm down and left fingertips walk towards the right corner of the mat. Side body stretch as you inhale. Exhale to pull the left hip back. And then bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Mindfully lift your right leg up, send it long and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Drop the knee, unfurl the spine, cow. Exhale to cat. Come back to your neutral table and we'll do that again on the other side. Left leg sweeps back. Flex the foot, really activate the foot. Draw the low belly in, let the crown of the head reach forward, relax the jaw. Inhale, leg opens up. Exhale, sweep the left leg back, tuck the toes to the right of the right foot, look over right shoulder. Couple more times, open up and sweep it back. Once more, open up and sweep it back. Send the left leg out to the left, plant it down so foot is in line with the knee, right thigh bone is straight up and down. Drop your outer left hip and walk your hands long in front of you. Inhale to lengthen side body. Exhale, melt the heart towards the earth. Stay for a few breaths here. Option to find that side stretch by grounding your left forearm down, walking the right fingers towards the left side of the mat. Big inhale. Big exhale. Slowly come back to center. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Lift the left leg up. Send it long and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Drop the knee, unfurl. Cat pose. Round the back. Come to your neutral table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Really spread the hands, anchor through the L of the hands, and then melt your heart towards your thighs. Sink the inner heels to the ground. Little bend in the elbows, take a big breath, allowing the breath to fill the body with presence. Big exhale. Take your feet wide, point the toes out, the heels in. You might walk your hands one handprint closer towards your feet if that helps the heels sink down. Sway into the hips side to side like you're wagging a tail. Waking up the backs of the legs, the hip creases. One more breath. Come back to center, parallel the feet. Next inhale, ripple forward into plank, long line of energy, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Twice more, inhale, ripple forward to plank, collarbones broad, crown of head reaches forward, navel in. Exhale, hips up and back. Once more, inhale, ripple forward, pause, hold for 3 breaths. Always an option to lower the knees down for 2. Really spread the hands for 1. Hips up and back. Start to walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Mindfully walking all the way until you reach Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a deep bend for this first one. Grab opposite elbows. Let the head be heavy. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, melt the crown of the head towards the ground. Relax the jaw. You can sway side to side if that helps release tension in the low back. And release the hands down. Find your half lift, long spine, navel in. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes, forehead towards shins. Twice more, inhale, half lift, weight in the fronts of the feet. Exhale to fold. Once more, half lift. Exhale to fold. Soft bend in the knees. Press to the 4 corners of the feet and slowly roll yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time. As you arrive to stand, take a moment, re-anchor your presence, recenter. Feet hips width apart, press the four corners of the feet down, draw up on the inner arches. Draw the navel in, lengthen the tailbone down. Relax the hands. Rotating sun salutations here. As you inhale, reach up, grow tall, heart lifts. Exhale to fold all the way down, Uttanasana, fingers in line with toes, head heavy. Find your half lift, offer your heart. Plant the hands, step your right foot back. Lower the knee to the earth, untuck the toes. Anjaneyasana as you reach the arms forward and up. Lift the heart. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the back toes and walk your hands to the long edge of the mat, the right, all the way to face the back of the mat. Lower your left knee down, untuck the toes. Anjaneyasana here, reach the arms forward and up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the back toes, step into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, your choice. Low cobra or up dog. Down dog is where we meet. The mandala continues as your left leg rises high. Step the foot between the hands, lower your right knee down, untuck the toes. Anjane towards the back of your mat, lift your heart. Release both hands down. Tuck your right toes, walk towards the right, completing the circle to face the front of the mat. Back knee drops, untuck the toes, Anjaneyasana here, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Look forward and step forward. Find your half lift, long spine. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive, reach up all the way. Palms press, samastitihi, heart center. Slight variation as you inhale, reach arms, Urdhva Hastasana to the sky. Exhale to fold all the way down, Uttanasana, fingers in line with toes. Breath steady as you find your half lift, shoulders peel away from ears. Exhale to plant the hands, step your left foot back, this time keep the knee lifted. Option to lower the knee down if you wish. Reach the arms up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to the earth. Walk towards the left this time, all the way to face the back of the mat. Right knee stays lifted, high lunge towards the back. Peel your left hip forward, back, your right hip forward, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back into plank, chaturanga, lower down halfway or knees, chest, chin. Up dog or low cobra. Down dog, where we meet. Right leg rises high. Step the foot between the hands. A high lunge here. Reach the arms forward and up. Lift the heart, tailbone lengthens back. Exhale, hands down. Walk towards the left. Completing the sun salutation, the mandala, high lunge towards the front of your mat. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Look forward, step forward. Half lift. And fold. Forehead towards shins. Reverse swan dive. Press through the feet. Rise tall to stand. Palms meet. Hands come to heart center. Samastitihi. Pause here. Both feet on the earth. Sink the hips low, graze the fingertips down, reach the arms up. Getting into Utkatasana. Let the weight sink into the heels, keep the heart lifted, and then knit the low ribs in. Sink a little bit lower. And then notice what your mind is doing. Notice your breath, your body. Notice if there's a tendency to want to escape as you sink a little bit of weight deeper, lift the heart a little more. And then instead of finding distraction and thoughts, can we find presence? Anchor on the breath, your intention, one more breath here. Next inhale, press through the feet, rise up, lift the heart, draw the belly in, slight back bend, and fold. Inhale, half lift, plant the hands, step back, and rinse it through a vinyasa as you wish. The right leg rises high. Open up the hip. Do bend and extend the right leg or do some hip circles, your choice. One more breath. Reach the right leg long and back, press through the heel. Exhale, knee to nose, pause, flex your right ankle, place it above the left knee, and then bend the left leg, creating a little shelf like figure 4 down dog. You might walk your hands a handprint closer to the feet. Tilt the tailbone to the sky. One more breath here. Knee to nose, weight shifts forward, shoulders over wrists, leg long and back. Exhale to plant the foot between the hands, spiral your back heel down, open up warrior 2. As you settle into your warrior 2, front heel in line with the back heel or the arch. Turn the palms up, soften the shoulders. Breathe here. Take an inhale to reach from opposite ends. On your exhale, spin your back toes out, skandasana, pulses. Lower down. Take it back to warrior 2. 2 more. Pivot the back toes out. Bend the knee in the same direction as the toes. And rise up. 1 more. And rise up. Flip your front palm up. Reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale, sink a little lower. Another big inhale, lengthening right ribs. And cartwheel the hands down. Pause. Take your right hand to the inside of the front foot, toe heel your right toes towards the right. Inhale, drop the back knee, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the front leg, draw the toes towards you. We'll do that twice more, pulsing. Drop the back knee, lift the heart. Exhale, draw the toes towards you, fold inward. Once more. And straighten. Back into your lizard lunge, plant both hands down, and then just lift the right foot off the earth, hug the right knee in towards the armpit, hold. Send the leg long and back. Release the leg down, travel through your vinyasa or float it. Into the other side, left leg rises. Open up the hip, bend and extend the knee, maybe some hip circles, find what feels good, what feels opening, what will rein in your presence. Reach the left leg long and back, exhale, knee to nose, flex the left foot, place it over the right knee, figure 4 down dog. Bend the right leg to get a little shelf. Walk your hands a handprint closer towards your right foot. Tilt the tailbone high in the air. Keep pressing your left knee back. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale, shift the weight forward, shoulders over wrist, knee to nose. Leg long and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands, spiral your back heel down, warrior 2. As you arrive, settle. 4 corners of the feet ground down. Arms find spaciousness across the mat, opening across the heart. And then that little sequence into skandasana we go. Big inhale here. Exhale, pivot the right toes out, sink low. Inhale, back to your warrior 2. And skandasana, back leg, right knee in the same direction as the toes. Once more. Warrior 2. Skandasana. Take it back to warrior 2, pause, anchor the 4 corners of the feet down, lift the left arm up and back, reverse, sink deeper. Big inhale, stretching the breath in the left side of the ribs. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down and pause, back heel spins up, toe heel your left foot to the side. And those pulses here, drop your back knee, heart draws forward and up. Exhale, straighten. 2 more. And straighten. 1 more. And straighten. Find your lizard lunge, left knee stacked over the ankle, plant the hands down and just pick up your left toes, hug the left knee towards the armpit, left leg long and back, 3-legged. Rinse it through a vinyasa or skip it as you wish. Down dog is where we meet. Big inhale. Full exhale. Begin to walk the feet towards the hands, top of the mat. Both feet anchored. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time, present as you press through the four corners of the feet. Roll the shoulders down the back, turn the palms forward. Pause. Notice where your mind is. Take a moment to call back your intention and feel your breath. Take one more big breath here. One more big exhale. Release the hands down on either side, palms face forward. And then go ahead and lift up your left leg, flex the foot. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee, and then take your left thumb to the hip crease and spiral the outer hip down. Let the spine get tall and then start to twist towards your left and extend your left leg back. Option to stay here. If your hamstrings feel open, you can grab the outside of the left foot and straighten into your twist. One more breath. Where we'll meet is figure 4. Take the left ankle above the right knee, sink the hips low, hands to heart center. Flex your left foot to really protect the ankle. Sink the hips a little lower. Keep breathing here. Heart lifting. One more breath. And then lift up a little bit and cross the left leg as far over as possible. You can take the double bind, wrapping the left toes behind you, or place the toe pads on the earth for support. Eagle legs. Breathe here. Hands to heart, heart lifting. Take your hands, wrap them around you like a big hug. Lift the elbows up, and then exhale, elbows to knee. Round everything in. You can do this, hold this, or pulse 2 more times, giving yourself some love, hugging, taking it to knee. Once more, and to knee. Slowly lift your heart up, unravel the legs, draw left knee into the chest, bring your arms up overhead, grab opposite elbows, breathe here, and then slowly hinge at the hips, kick your left leg back, passing through warrior 3, all the way until you land the toes at the back of the mat, high lunge. Breathe here. Inhale, lift the heart. Slight back bend if you wish. Inhale here. Then reach the arms up. Exhale, both hands down. Left hand to the earth. Right arm comes to the sky, your twist. Breathe. Lift your left leg up and spiral from the navel, the ribs, the heart. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more breath here. Release the right hand down. And then turn to face the long edge of the mat. Heels in, toes out, sink the hips low. Take your hands to the thighs, lift the heart. Drop right shoulder, look over left. We'll twist side to side and take it to the other side. So we keep earth element, symbolic of stability, that we can tune into when there's chaos by really just even noticing the feet on the ground, strengthening the legs, the parts of the body that allow us to walk through life and all of its surprises. But we also strengthen the navel center, Manipura, our willpower, engaging our core, enabling us to be steady even through all these small dynamic movements. Core stabilizing. Come back to center, sink the hips low. Breathe here. Go ahead and give yourself that hug again. Inhale. And then circles to the right. 3 big circles. Last 2. Last 1. Take it the other way. 3 circles. So the beauty of when a storm comes is it offers a deep cleansing. 1 more big circle here. Sink down. And in that same way, arms out to cactus arms. Through goddess pose, we access Apanavayu, the downward and outward energy of prana, letting us cleanse what needs to go. We also activate Manipura chakra, fire element, whatever needs to digest, assimilate, and release. So take 3 more breaths here. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Straighten the legs. Awesome. Start out. Fold yourself down all the way into your forward fold, wide-legged fold. Inhale, half lift, and deepen. As you settle down, pull the shoulders away from the ears, melt the ribs towards the thighs, and shift your weight forward into the balls of the feet. Take 1 more breath here. Now listen carefully. You're going to lift up, toe heel your feet in slightly so they're a little wider than hips width apart. Keep your feet exactly where they are. You might have to rise up on your tippy toes. Walk your hands all the way to face the other long edge of the mat. And where we will meet is cow face pose. Use your hands to support lowering you down. So both sit bones are rooted. If both sit bones don't root, plant yourself on a blanket or extend bottom leg long. Knees stacked in one line, both feet flexed, and wiggle the bottom foot forward so if you could draw a line from one foot to the other, it'd be there. Ground your fingertips into the earth. Imagine extending roots into the ground. Similarly to a tree, this root system is what provides it with the tolerance as the storms come to stay rooted, steady. Lift the heart, crown of head up. Now notice, what are you fighting? What are you resisting? Where in the body do you sense holding? And can you soften? Maybe it's as simple as softening your gaze so it's a little diffused, or softening any muscles that are tightening. One more breath here. Stay upright if this is enough, honoring your threshold. Or if you want to go a little deeper, walk the hands forward, bow head towards the knees, towards the earth. One more breath. Lift the torso up. Feet on the earth. You're going to lean forward so you can take some weight onto your hands. Weight onto the feet now, and just swivel to face the front of your mat. Plant your hands down, send your right leg long and back, 3-legged dog, and rinse it through a vinyasa. We'll meet at the top of the mat, however you choose to get there. Walking, hopping, however you wish. Half lift and fold. And then gather up your energy, your presence, reverse swan dive. Reach the arms to the sky. Palms to heart center, accepting anything and everything in your practice. One more side of standing. Feel your feet anchored. For more steadiness and centering, let your gaze settle on one spot. Lift your right leg up. Flex the foot and try to find evenness in your hips. So if you feel that outer right hip drawing up, right thumb to the hip crease to draw it down. Left hand to the outside of the knee, making sure the knee isn't coming across the body. Reach your right arm back. Find your twist. And again, for those who want a little hamstring love, stretch, you can grab the outer edge of the foot. One more breath. Come back. Take your right knee just above the left, or right foot just above the left knee. Sink the hips low, figure 4. Pause here and breathe. Few breaths, just feeling in, noticing. If your left hip pops out to the side, activate the glute. Hips level, let your right knee drop down. Keep breathing. And slowly lift the torso a little bit and then cross the right leg as high as possible once or twice for your eagle legs. Tilt your shoulders back so they're stacked over the hips. Again, you can always put toe pads on the earth. And then hug yourself the opposite hug. So whatever arm was on top before, take the opposite one. Very intentional to hug, to give ourselves some love in times of chaos, some self-compassion when we still get caught in the stormy thoughts. So breathe here, stay. And if it gets too hectic in the external world, you know you can always turn inward, elbows to knees, take it in like a little yogi ball. Stay here and hold this or pulse twice more, heart lifts, hugging yourself. Elbows to knees. Once more. Elbows to knees. And lift. Go ahead and take the hands up. Stand up on your left leg, right knee in towards chest, half victory. Inhale. Exhale, pour your heart forward, kick your right leg back. Moving through your warrior 3 as you wish. So slowly like you're moving through honey. Drop the toes at the back. Inhale, lift the heart. Press the back leg up, draw the belly in. And then reach the arms up. Release both hands down. Right hand stays on the earth. Left arm swivels to the sky. Find your twist as you draw the shoulders away from the ears. Keep hugging the left knee in so it's over the ankle. One more breath. And release the left hand down. Pivot to face long edge of the mat. Heels in, toes out, sink low. Rise up to your goddess pose. Take a moment here. Settle in, feet to the earth, knees over ankles. Tailbone lengthens down slightly. Relax the jaw, the tongue. And this time, can we just tune into steadiness? So often, it can be easy to use movement as a distraction. So just be in whatever arises and whatever falls away. The ebb and flow. You can take your arms out to cactus arms. You can take earth mudra, ring finger to thumb for a little more stability here. 5 breaths. One more breath. As you're ready, straighten the legs, start out. You can wiggle out of the waist side to side and then take the arms out to a T, big toes in, fold forward. Half lift, and crown of head descends towards the ground. Hands in line with the feet, head heavy. We hold for 5 slow breaths. If you have an inversion practice consistent in your practice, so this headstand will be one of nourishing and still grounding and energizing, then go ahead and move into a headstand. Otherwise, stay in this fold. Ribs melt towards thighs. Crown of head descends down. Shoulders peel away from ears. 3 slow breaths. Weight is in the fronts of the feet. Present with all sensation, texture of the mat beneath the feet, the hands. Present with the breath. And even present of the thoughts that are coming in and out. Allowing them to be similar to these clouds passing through the sky. Thought emerges in your realm of awareness. and then it leaves without being sticky, allowing you to hold your center and your grounding. If you're inverted, come on down. As you're ready, plant the hands, lift the heart, toe heel your feet in slightly. We're going to do that mindful transition into Gomukhasana. Rise onto the tippy toes, walk your hands towards the front of them, towards the left, all the way around, and then sink the hips down. So you're in Gomukhasana, cow face pose on your other side. If you have not, or if you're for some reason not on your other side, go ahead and just make sure the opposite knee is on top. Wiggle the bottom foot forward, try to root both sit bones down, just notice. Steady the fingertips on the earth. As both sit bones root, the spine grows a little longer and the heart lifts. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the face. Really sink in. Stay here or turn inward, a sense of pratyahara, this withdrawal of the senses as you let your forehead come towards your knees. And so know that as our senses draw us outward into the world, if we ever need a moment to reset, we can just simply close the eyes. Maybe even close the ears. Let these senses renew us. And turn inward. Realign with yourself, what feels most real and authentic to you. And renew yourself. As you're ready, you'll slowly lift up. And then you're just going to swivel, technically facing maybe the back of your mat now. Send your left leg long and back. Rinse it through with a vinyasa. And then slowly walk your hands all the way towards your feet. Let your head be heavy. Find your half lift. And fold inward. Roll yourself up. Take a moment, both feet on the earth. And just simply turn around so you're facing the front of your mat. Option 2, remain in a standing balance or take this into an arm balance, your choice. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Swivel your right leg out. This can be your tree pose or you can come on up. If you're going to stay in tree pose, press the foot into the leg back into the foot, lift the heart into the thumbs. Breathe here. If you're going to start to move into another expression, know you can stop at any point. Cross your right ankle over the left knee and sink the hips down, figure 4. Option to simply stay here or find a fold, head heavy. Option to stay here, or if you're working, into flying pigeon. Plant the hands down, find chaturanga, wrap the elbows straight back and place your shin across both biceps like a little shelf. Maybe you stay here, maybe you lift the left toes up, maybe you extend, left leg straight. All options. Find what serves you and breathe for 3 breaths. 2 breaths, 1 breath. If you are in the arm balance, slowly rise up. Everybody release right foot down and pause. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. And just breathe. Feel your heartbeat, feel your presence. And then other side, last standing. Take it into your tree pose as you wish. Just making sure the foot isn't on the knee, so above or below. And then to really find that steadiness, that core stability, the eye of the storm, press the foot into the leg back into the foot, lift heart into thumbs. Stay or figure four. Sink down. Stay here or bow. And few breaths. If you're moving into the arm balance, plant the hands down. Your foot hooks around the bicep. You might rise up onto your right toes. You can also do this on bricks. Sometimes that's a little helpful for people. And as you're ready, right toes lift, right leg extends. Find what supports you and be for 3 breaths. For 2 breaths. So even in these balance poses, whether it's an arm balance or a standing balance, balance isn't a static state. There are all these dynamic little movements. So similarly, as you weather the wildness of the world, know that it takes tiny adjustments, tiny check-ins to keep seeing yourself as centered, to keep accessing what is a source of stability, of tolerance. 1 more breath. Come back and release both feet down. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Reach the arms up. Big sweeping breath in. Exhale, fold. Rise onto the tippy toes and then bend hips towards heels. Take your knees wide. Big toes are still touching. Variation of Malasana. Sink the heels down. Arms in a V. Round the upper back like you're finding cat pose. Let yourself settle into stillness. Either stay here or you can take the arms back like little wings and press the biceps into the shins to deepen into the hips. You can also interlace the hands behind the heels, really turning inward. There's this story of Kurma the turtle. And a mountain is turned upside down on his shell. And he withdraws inward. He practices pratyahara, this withdrawal of the senses, while this mountain is on top of him and it's churning between the demons and the gods. And so much comes from this. So take a couple more breaths here, trusting that goodness comes from honoring the lunar, trusting, surrendering to the effort that you've already put forth. So even if it seems like the mind is distracted, is wandering, is going wild, trust that you have been strengthening your muscle for steadiness, for presence. 1 more breath here. When you're ready, you'll just lower onto your sit bones. Knees wide, soles of the feet together. Inhale, lift the heart, and continue deepening into this hip opener. Head softens towards toes. Where can you relax? The jaw, the tongue, the face. One more breath. Slowly lift up. Draw the knees in like you're closing a book. Extend the legs long. Let your tailbone, your pelvis tilt forward or prop yourself up on a blanket. And the next inhale, reach the arms up and pour your heart forward. Just 2 breaths here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, inward. 1 more. Slowly, as you're ready, you'll lift the torso, move to the center of the mat, and roll yourself onto your back. Take the knees into the chest, grab onto the outer edges of the feet, open up happy baby. Draw the knees towards the armpits, press the soles of the feet to the sky, and to deepen into the hips, lengthen your tailbone towards the front of the mat. 1 more breath. Cross your right leg over your left, knees stacked, wing the feet out to the side and grab onto the feet or the shins, reclined, Gomukhasana. Back body melts to the earth. Take the arms out to a T or cactus arms. Keep the cross of the legs once or twice. Offset the hips an inch to the left, drop or inch to the right, and drop your knees to the left. Big rinse water breath. And come back to center. When you're ready, the other side. Left leg crosses over right. Knees are stacked in one line as you wing your feet out to the side. Grab onto the feet, the ankles, the shins, whatever you can. Hug them towards the mat. Melt the back body to the earth. Breathe. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the cheeks. Take your arms out to a T. And then cross the left leg further so you're in eagle legs once or twice. Offset your hips an inch to the left. Drop the knees to the right. Final supine twist here. And as you breathe, imagine much like rainwater, the breath just rinsing, clearing away the chaos. And so the beauty that nature teaches is after the storm, it clears up. There's a sense of clarity. So imagine this practice as a practice of clearing, as a practice of wading through the muddiness of thoughts, the chaos of movement, all while tending to and strengthening your core, your anchor, your steadiness. Come back to center, unravel the legs, hug both knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, and release it all into Shavasana, legs long, arms in a low V, palms face up. Rest being the biggest form of building resilience. Inhale. Exhale, Shavasana.